The first time I saw my office rival cry, she was unconscious. She had spent 2 years making every workday feel like a battlefield. Every presentation became a competition. Every meeting turned into a silent war. She challenged my ideas, questioned my decisions, and celebrated every mistake I made with a smile that looked too perfect to be real. Everyone in the office believed we couldn't stand each other. Even I believed it. But everything changed on one cold Friday night when I found her sitting alone outside a downtown restaurant, too drunk to remember where she lived, holding onto a broken phone and whispering one heartbreaking sentence over and over again. I had every reason to walk away, yet something inside me refused to leave her there. Before we continue, if stories about kindness, forgiveness, and second chances inspire you, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who believes people can change, leave a comment telling us where you're watching from, and subscribe to Ripple of Kindness so you never miss another emotional journey. The office party had started like every other corporate celebration. Loud music echoed through rented halls while managers pretended to be friends and coworkers laughed harder than the jokes deserved. I kept my distance, counting the minutes until I could leave. She, however, seemed different that evening. Instead of her usual confident smile, there was exhaustion hiding behind carefully applied makeup. She accepted every drink someone offered, laughed a little too loudly, and disappeared before anyone noticed. By the time I walked outside, rain had begun falling across the empty streets, and there she was, sitting against a brick wall with mascara running down her cheeks, barely conscious. Her purse had fallen open, scattering receipts and keys across the sidewalk. Several strangers walked past without stopping. I couldn't. Calling a taxi seemed simple until I realized she couldn't remember her address. Her phone screen had shattered, making it impossible to unlock. After searching through her purse, I found an emergency contact card with her apartment building listed. During the drive, she never fully woke up. She simply held onto my jacket sleeve like someone terrified of being abandoned again. It was impossible to imagine this frightened woman was the same fierce competitor who had challenged me every morning. The apartment building was old but clean, decorated with plants that someone obviously cared for. After several attempts, a sleepy roommate opened the door. She looked at me, then at the unconscious woman leaning against my shoulder. Instead of shock, she smiled with quiet relief before saying the sentence that completely shattered everything I thought I knew. She softly admitted that I was the person her roommate constantly pretended to hate. According to her, my rival talked about me almost every night, admired my honesty, respected how I treated everyone equally, and secretly believed I deserved every promotion I earned. She only competed because she thought it was the only way I would notice her. Those words echoed inside my head long after I helped carry her to the couch. Her roommate explained that life had been especially cruel lately. Their mother had lost a long battle with illness only a few months earlier. Medical bills had consumed nearly all their savings. My rival had accepted impossible workloads just to survive financially while hiding every struggle behind sarcasm and confidence. At work, nobody saw the exhausted daughter trying to keep her family together. We only saw the ambitious professional who never admitted weakness. I left quietly before she woke up, convinced it had simply been an emotional accident that should remain forgotten. Monday morning arrived, and everything appeared normal again. She walked into the office wearing the same sharp business clothes and the same unreadable expression. During our meeting she criticized one of my reports exactly as she always had. Anyone watching would have believed nothing had changed. Yet every time our eyes met, I noticed hesitation replacing hostility. There was sadness where anger used to live. Weeks passed before either of us acknowledged that rainy night. We found ourselves working late on an important project after everyone else had gone home. The silence between us felt heavier than any argument we'd ever had. Finally, she thanked me without looking up from her computer. She admitted remembering almost nothing except waking up safely at home. She expected me to use that embarrassing night against her, but I never mentioned it because some moments deserve dignity instead of gossip. That simple answer seemed to surprise her more than any grand speech could have. Slowly, invisible walls began falling. Competition remained, but cruelty disappeared. We challenged each other's ideas without trying to destroy each other's confidence. For the first time, we actually listened. I learned she had grown up believing that love had to be earned through achievement. Failure terrified her because every mistake reminded her of never feeling good enough. She confessed that watching me remain calm under pressure frustrated her because she wished she could face life with the same quiet confidence. I laughed, admitting she had completely misunderstood me. Behind my calm expression lived constant fear that I wasn't enough either. That unexpected honesty became the beginning of an unlikely friendship. We started having coffee after difficult meetings, exchanging advice instead of insults. The office slowly noticed the change. Some people joked that our rivalry had ended because one of us had finally surrendered. They couldn't understand that neither of us had lost. We had simply stopped fighting the wrong enemy. Our real battles had always existed outside the office walls. Months later, another challenge tested everything we had built. Company restructuring eliminated several management positions, leaving only one promotion available. Once again, everyone expected us to become enemies. Rumors spread through every department. People waited for sabotage, betrayal, and revenge. Instead, something remarkable happened. We pushed each other to perform better while openly supporting each other's ideas. Success no longer required someone else's failure. When the final decision arrived, the promotion went to me. My heart sank before I even opened the email because I knew how much she needed the salary increase. I expected disappointment, perhaps even renewed resentment. Instead, she congratulated me with genuine warmth that no acting could imitate. She admitted she was proud that someone deserving had earned it. That moment taught me that real character appears when life gives us reasons to become bitter, but we choose kindness instead. A week later, senior leadership announced another surprise. They had been observing how we transformed a toxic rivalry into one of the strongest partnerships in the company. Rather than separating us, they created a new department where we would lead together. They explained that technical skills build successful businesses, but trust builds extraordinary teams. Somehow, the very relationship everyone expected to fail had become the example everyone wanted to follow. Outside work, life slowly became brighter too. She found time to heal instead of merely survive. She laughed more easily. She visited her mother's favorite park every Sunday, no longer overwhelmed by guilt. I discovered that compassion often begins with simple choices nobody applauds, like stopping on a rainy sidewalk when everyone else keeps walking. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness quietly changes two lives instead of one. If this story has touched your heart so far, please support the video by liking it, sharing it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribing to Ripple of Kindness. Your support helps these stories of compassion and second chances reach more people who may desperately need them. Special request: before this story ends, please leave a comment with the words, "Kindness changes everything," if you believe one act of compassion can completely rewrite someone's future. Looking back, I often wonder what would have happened if I had walked past her that rainy night like everyone else. She would probably have made it home eventually, and we might have continued pretending to hate each other until life pulled us in different directions. Instead, one unexpected decision revealed the truth hidden beneath pride, fear, and misunderstanding. We discovered that the people who challenge us the most are sometimes the ones quietly hoping we'll see the person behind the mask. Real strength isn't proving someone wrong. Real strength is choosing empathy when resentment feels easier. And sometimes, the greatest second chance isn't about falling in love or winning a promotion. It's about allowing yourself to believe that every person carries a story you cannot see, and that one moment of kindness can become the beginning of a completely different ending.